I'm going to start rolling now. If you want to just tell me about what this thing is.
So this beauty here, this is Roadkill. She is my custom built tube chassis buggy on 58-inch Mickey Thompson tires. She's powered by a Cummins 12 valve, sitting on Rockwell 2.5-ton diffs, front and rear, 4-wheel steering, uh, custom 24-inch by 15-inch double bead locks made by Vertex Manufacturing in Calgary, 20,000-pound winch on the front. I've got the custom soft top made just for winter wheeling and recoveries to keep some heat in, custom doors.
So this was a convertible before, or just like a roofless?
Yeah, it's a fully caged buggy, but without the soft top on, it's cold, right?
What kind of suspension you got on this?
They're King shocks. They're 16-inch by 2.5-inch King coilovers. Not really anything fancy about them. They're kind of old. They're original on this.
What kind of power does this thing make?
Ooh, power. It doesn't make much. I would the 12 valve puts out maybe 400 horse on a good day, and probably 800 to 900 foot-pounds of torque. So not a lot, and that's intentional. I'm trying to keep it as reliable as possible.
So was that the purpose of how it was originally built, or have you modified it?
So originally, it was originally built with the 12 valve, and I've actually built up the 12 valve a bit more since I got it, but I'm not pushing it like a lot of guys do.
Can you show me what kind of lights you got on this thing?
Just have the one light bar on the front and a matching light bar on the rear. I do have plans to put in a couple of ditch lights here and maybe some undercarriage lights along the sides, but it's never really been an issue. I always have a headlamp on and lots of other lights in my go bag and stuff, but it's probably something I should work on. I don't like having too much stuff strapped to the outside of the vehicle, just because it's more stuff to break off or places to go wrong.
Can you show me like a little 360 around it of and point out any of like your favorite spot things about the vehicle?
Yeah, so the central tire inflation is definitely one of my favorite things. So this line here, these all meet in the middle and is connected to the air compressor in the back, and I can actually air up and air down as I'm driving. That is by far my favorite feature of the buggy. A lot of guys have to hop out and take out their valve stem and wait for air down, and then when they're done, they got to sit there with their air compressor and air the tires back up. I just hop in, open a valve, dump the air, and when I'm on my way back, I open a different valve, turn on the air compressor, and fill them back up. Originally, this did not have a sway bar in the back, and throwing in that sway bar improved the handling quite a bit. Getting in and out of this is a pain in the ass, especially when you're old and fat. But just requires a little finesse. You just throw a foot on the tire, and step on the little bar here, and then climb on in. You get used to it by the end of the day. Yeah, and it's set up pretty comfortably. Switches overhead. Everything's my rear steer right within reach. They left that on. That's great. Yeah, it's hard to talk about it, dude.
What's one of your favorite things that you did to this?
Oh man. So stuff that I've like since I acquired it, the truck's been rebuilt front to back, with help from various people. But I would say the biggest thing, like I mentioned, is the central tire inflation. I just have a few buttons on my dash here. I can push a few, air down, push different ones, and air back up.
It's a pretty sweet feature to have.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That would be the worst. At the end of a long day, you got to sit there airing your tires back up. I can just drive straight on my trailer, chain her down, and get going.
What's it like driving it? Like, what kind of feel is it? What's the experience like?
You'd be surprised at how well it drives. I find it actually just handles like a truck when it's got lots of air. When it's at 15 psi, it handles great, drives great. Um, yeah, not really, not really too much to comment on in terms of that.
Was it a learning curve to figure out how it works?
Uh, wasn't really a learning curve to driving it. The rear steer was a bit to get the hang of. You can see the rear steer is pretty awesome. So kind of getting a handle on using that while driving was a little tricky, but having played a ton of video games made it a lot easier.
Where did you go and practice or play around with this?
Oh, I went wheeling all the time with the Kelowna snow wheelers. Joel and Devin Villeneuve, those boys are just top notch guys. They drug me out wheeling on so many trips, and I got to go wheeling all the time. And boy, I had more seat time in this within a year of owning it than most guys have in their rig over 5 years. So I'm super fortunate to have met those guys.
What's your favorite thing to show someone when you give them their first ride in it?
You know, there's not really one thing I like showing people, but I love watching the look on their face once they start going over some obstacles, or I take them through some gnarly terrain and they just see what it's capable of. And looking over and seeing them smile and holding on for dear life, that's great.
That's awesome.